CTFxC here, and today is our second and last day of Long Beach Comic Con. It's actually only 2 days, and today is a Sunday, so there's a lot less people, there's a lot less cosplay, so we're going to be focusing on doing our interviews today. We'll do a couple cosplay interviews, but today we'll mostly be focused on interviewing creators and guests at the con, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, most of this video will probably be clips from the interviews. Make sure to go over to our other channel, That's a Great Question, there'll be a link in the description below, to see the full interviews once they come out. Make sure to go over there and subscribe as well as click the bell so you'll see when they go up. Okay, so first of all, can you tell us who you're cosplaying and why you picked them?
I'm cosplaying as Heather Chandler from the Heathers, and I picked her because she's awesome and I love her singing and her voice, and so I wanted to portray the character.
Did you make it yourself?
I assembled the pieces, but I bought the robe and I bought the scrunchie and got the wig.
I'm here with Camilla Derecho, who does these really beautiful pop paintings that I love so much. If you guys watched my last video over on ActOutGames, then you will see that I actually bought one of her shirts that is so pretty and so amazing, and I really love it. So first of all, I'm really excited to be talking to you. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, me too. No, it was so nice to meet you. I'm really excited about this interview too.
Thank you. So, first of all, I really, really love your art. It's just so gorgeous. And you actually mentioned that you developed your own style after school, and I was wondering what the process of that was like.
So, when I went to school, I learned a lot of techniques, like how to use acrylics and how to use oils, but it wasn't about, developing my own style. So that was something that I took about like a year, maybe 2 years to really get my stride, and it was me just repeatedly drawing over and over again, and painting and learning how to paint my drawings, because I'd been taught how to do like realism and pointillism, like painting bowls of fruit, but like how do you translate that into painting a girl who's like melting rainbows, So it took a few years, and then once I figured out my style, it was I figured it's like a mashup between manga and Renaissance paintings, and then put that together.
So I read the comic last night and really loved it. And after talking to you guys, I was really curious what the collaboration process between having an artist and having a writer is.
Ooh. Actually, I was talking about this a little bit earlier, and it's when I first wrote Volume 1, I really thought about it just kind of in a generic pictures in my head. I kind of get little fuzzy pictures, but not specific ones when I'm writing. And after we started working, now that I'm writing, I'm actually writing for her as the specific artist. I trust her, and I know what kind of pictures she creates, and what colors and all the things that she can do. So it's really interesting to actually write for her. So that's one thing that I've found. Let's see. Go ahead. Do you want to say something?
Sure. Let's see. I know kind of a similar thing when I first got the script. One of the things that I did was went through and made a really rough series of thumbnails, and then I kind of did a little bit tighter line drawings that I could show her and say, is this kind of what you're thinking? And then sometimes it was, a lot of the time it was, and then sometimes it was well, I was thinking this character would be more like this, or it would be great if this page looked like the panels went a little bit more like this, and we actually had one, our favorite page here, which is that one kind of came out of we were having trouble, we were trying to make a good transition between actions and scenes and pages, and we ended up kind of really going back and forth collaborating on that one a lot, saying, what would look good there? What if we had the characters do this? And so that was not originally in the script, and that came fully out of the collaboration process.
So I'm glad that was
it's one of our favorites, and it's one of those examples of sometimes when things aren't going right, something really magical and amazing can happen out of it if you just kind of consistently work through it. Because it was one of those things where this is just not working. What can we do? And it was kind of frustrating. And now it's one of our favorite pages.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm here with Matthew Wolfe, who wrote the Ronin Saga books, and I just started them last night. I'm only a few chapters in, but I'm really loving it so far. We talked yesterday about how much we love the King Killer Chronicles, so obviously that was a good sign, because it's a really good book. And I am really, really in love with this book, and I think it's really good so far. So first of all, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes to be interviewed.
My pleasure. I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the story?
Yeah, gladly. So the story is basically about these 9 heroes called the Ronin. Mm-hmm. They were these great legends in this age of legends. The Ronin of wind, of fire, of stone, even flesh and metal. Mm-hmm. Everyone looked up to them. And now they guard the 9 cities, but after 1,000 years, they're just this dark myth. But as the shadow comes back upon the lands, this dark myth becomes more. And so inns and taverns, everyone believes that the Ronin are back to kind of ravage the world.
Yeah.
And Gray, he thinks that the true darkness is not the Ronin. He hopes so, at least. But as this shadow rises, he runs into the Ronin himself, sees the Ronin of fire and stone, these elemental heroes, and finds out that not only are they real, but he is one of them.
So cool. It's so amazing. So I'm here with Jen from Commons Only Clothing, and I'm really excited to talk to her because her designs are really amazing, as well as I've been really interested in doing this kind of stuff for a little bit, so I'm excited to talk about it. So first of all, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit. I used to think that if I wanted to dress in geeky stuff and represent my fandoms, I had to dress very tomboy-y and not femininely whatsoever. And now I'm starting to kind of see the best of both worlds and wear more feminine clothing while also embracing my geeky side. And I think a lot of people are now starting to feel the same way as well. So it feels like you are at the perfect time to start creating these kinds of designs. And I was wondering if that was part of your inspiration for creating Commons Only.
It definitely was. So I grew up wanting to be, like, I was a tomboy, but I wanted to be more chic, and I didn't like necessarily having the, like, crazy screen print, giant flash symbol on my chest, but I wanted to still give my fandom away. So I ended up starting making shirts like this one is Green Lantern, but Green Lantern's my favorite, Kyle Rayner's the best. And I wanted to kind of complement clothes that I would feel comfortable in, but also being geeky. Yeah. So that's, I think that's kind of what it was. I didn't find the clothes I wanted, so I made them.
Yes.
Do it.
First of all, can you tell us who you're cosplaying and why you picked them?
I'm Angelica Schuyler from Hamilton, the Broadway musical, and I picked them because I heavily identify with the character myself, and I knew that if I cosplayed her, it would just feel right, and it does.
Did you make her yourself?
I didn't. I have a aunt who is a dressmaker who helped me. I did the design and bought the fabric, and she helped me put it together.
Oh, nice. That's really amazing. It's still handmade, though. Okay. Okay, so the con is coming to a close. We're about to head out, but I wanted to talk about something really important at cons, which is talking to people. And I know it seems intimidating and scary because talking to people is horrifying and hell, but at cons, the entire purpose of a con is to bring together people who enjoy something similar, like comic books, Doctor Who, anime, any of that stuff. And if you see an artist whose work you really love, say hi. Tell them that you love their work and that it's really amazing. If you see a cosplayer with a really gorgeous cosplay, whether you recognize it or not, tell them. People love to hear that their work is good, and I'm sure they'd be happy to talk to you and take some pictures. Just don't be shy about it, because the entire point of this convention is, and any convention really, is to bring people together who share a common interest. It's really amazing. You get to say hi to people, and you might even make a few friends, which is really important when it's your first time at a con like this, to make friends and get to know people in the community. And that's how I made some of my best friends, my cosplay friends back in Denver, are really amazing people, and I just met them because I told them I liked their cosplay, and it was amazing. And I highly recommend you say hi to at least a few people while you're here, even though it is really scary, and I know we all love being antisocial, but it's still a really good idea to say hi to a few people and tell them that you love their cosplays. I also think that's especially important for Long Beach Comic Con. Everyone here has been so friendly and so nice and so amazing, and I feel like I've made a few friends here in the California con community, and I'm really, really happy about it, and I'm really excited to see you again at some other cons if you're watching this, whether you're a vendor or a cosplayer or anyone in between that we've talked to. You are really amazing, and you are so cool, and I hope to see you at another con in this area. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to press the subscribe button to see more videos like this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!